It's Miss Shelley, and I am going to give you your bedtime story today. Today's lesson is called The Amazing Meal. See that beautiful picture? See the crowd of people here? And Jesus is there and his disciples. The story goes like this. A huge crowd had gathered to listen to Jesus, and by evening everyone was hungry. Jesus told his special friends, which were the disciples, to give them something to eat. Master, they replied, there are thousands of people, and we only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus took the loaves of bread and the fish, and looking up to heaven, broke them into pieces. He gave them to the disciples, who took them to the people, and then came back to get some more. He filled up the baskets again and again. Just remember, it was only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. But again and again, food multiplied. There was still bread and fish left in the baskets when they came to feed the very last person. More than 5,000 people were fed that day with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Look at this awesome picture. This is the second page of the story. You see this picture that is portraying Jesus and the disciples and all the women and children and people that are getting fed with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. There's several things that I like to point out about this story. First of all, Jesus is amazing, just like the meal. Jesus was able to feed all these people who came to listen to him because they was on a mountain, listen to Jesus giving just wisdom and guidance about him and about his Father in heaven, God. And the people were hungry. Have you ever been so hungry, waiting for your parents or your grandparents, or even waiting in a line at a restaurant to eat, and your stomach is growling and it's hungry? It's hungry. This is probably how the people were feeling too. They was getting fed by the spiritual word that Jesus was telling them, but they was still hungry in their stomach. And Jesus saw this, and he wanted to make sure that they were fed. So when the disciples couldn't understand how can we feed all these people, Jesus already knew that this miracle that he was going to do was going to be able to feed all these people, and he did. He fed all those people with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. The second amazing thing that I see in this story is that when Jesus, had the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish, he lifted it up to God and he prayed over it. Do you pray over your food when you eat? When you eat breakfast, maybe at school, lunch, maybe at school, dinner, maybe at home? You should have a special prayer to pray over your food. It might be a short prayer, just thank you God for this food that I'm about to receive, or it can be a long prayer. But it doesn't matter. But you do need to pray over your food. Jesus gave that example just in this. And the last amazing thing is that with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, Jesus was able to multiply this food over and over and over again until that last person was fed. Isn't this an amazing story? Don't we serve an amazing God? This story is great. And you be sure to tell others about this story. It's in the Bible. You can ask your family, your parents, your Sunday school teacher to maybe talk about this story one day. But this is awesome. Those pictures are beautiful. I'm going to show it to you one more time. See that? The 5 loaves of bread. He's broken in them in pieces to be able to feed the people. So I hope you enjoyed the story today. This amazing story about our amazing Jesus and the amazing meal, the miracle of Jesus by feeding 1,000, more than 1,000, 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. You have a good night, and you make sure you say your prayers. And also, don't forget to pray over your food, just like Jesus did. Good night.